One more time off the bus, one more international match. Three great players will call a halt to their international careers tonight. You'll see it live on ESPN Classic.
It's a good time.
The story began in the late 80s. We witnessed Mia Hamm, Julie Foudy, and Joy Fawcett from their teenage years to adulthood on and off the field. We watched them set team and individual records. There has been no greater goal scorer in soccer than number 9, Mia Hamm. Hamm has scored 158 goals in 274 games, an amazing strike ratio, an amazing player.
It's all right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's relax a little. Slow it.
When you think of leaders, Captain Julie Foudy comes to mind. She has played the game at a very high level, enjoying every moment. Joy Fawcett is another leader who leads by her on-field play. She's the highest scorer and most capped USA defender, and a proud mother of 3. America's soccer mom. No more medals for this trio. That last Olympic gold will suffice. Tonight, they bow out as soccer fans wish them well. It'll be an emotional night for sure. Tonight at the Home Depot Center, the USA takes on Mexico, and 3 great players will end their international careers. Welcome, everyone, to Carson, California. I'm JP Dellacamera. You know, for years we have watched Mia Hamm, Julie Foudy, and Joy Fawcett. We've seen them win 2 World Cups and 2 Olympic gold medals. We've also seen them lose, and whether they've won or whether they've lost, they've done it the same way, with style, with dignity, and with grace. It'll be a very sad day today to see them all in their careers. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Wendy Guevara Palladino, who had to make the same choice, but with less fanfare. You had to retire in the early 90s from the international game. What was it like for you back then? What's it like for these guys tonight?
Well, JP, for me, back in '91, I was a very young age at the young age of 24, and the circumstances were completely different. We knew we had achieved something special, but had no idea what Julie, Joy, and Mia would continue to achieve. These 3 want to retire, know that they've made an impact, and in fact, they have done so much more than that. They've represented their country for over half their lives, and they're ready to move on with their lives. They've left a legacy behind, and they've prepared the next generation, and tonight they just deserve a huge heartfelt thanks for all that they've done for the next generation and for the youth out there. And in '91, we could never have scripted the opportunity that they have placed out there.
Unfortunately for Joy Fawcett, because of a back injury, she will not play tonight, but we will see once again in the starting lineup Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy. We'll talk to those 2 when we come back to California.
Front of the shoe, Julie, just in case nobody else decides.
Welcome back to the Home Depot Center in Carson, California. Let's go downstairs to Lisa Salters with Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy.
Julie, Mia, this is the last go-around for you guys. What was it like on the bus ride over, knowing that this is it?
A lot of tears. You know, we were trying to console people. No, I think they were actually a little too happy.
Happy to see you go?
Yeah.
Far too hyper, huh?
Yeah, it's their last game. We don't ever have to hear them on the field anymore. But no, I think it you know, this is a day of celebration. Obviously, you know, we need to be focused for this match and against Mexico. They're an amazing team that seems to get better every single time we play against them. But at the same time, I think for me, I've been serious all my life that, you know, this is the last time I get to do this with this group of people. Last time, you know, you get to ride the bus before a game, and you just want to take it all in and really enjoy it.
Now, Julie, you've been saying for the last couple of weeks it hasn't really sunk in yet for you. When's it going to sink in?
I don't know. I said to Mia, I think I've been drugged. What is my problem? Like, I think, actually, when we were just walking in the tunnel coming in, we're in the locker room where we spent the last 6 months leading up to the Olympics, and we all walked in, we were like, oh my God, like it all kind of hit, like coming full circle. And then
How could it not?
when we crossed the white line there, and I said to Mia, this is it, man, this is the last one. So it hasn't hit all day, but I think, you know, when it hit 0.00 and you know, we realized we have no more opportunities to wear the United States uniform, I think that's when I'm going to be my saddest.
Well, good luck to both of you guys, and remember to enjoy it.
Thank you. Yes.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Lisa. They played together since the late 80s. Tonight, they'll say goodbye together. Their final opening kickoff is next.
And you bring such a humility and an honesty that people around you are just in awe. And we celebrate you tonight.
That was April Heinrichs, who also was a great player for the United States national team and is now the coach. You could see the emotion in Mia Hamm hearing it, but Wendy, you could hear the emotion in April Heinrichs' voice delivering it.
Absolutely, and you know, as April said, she's played this game with humility and honesty, and what I loved is how she thanked her at the end. That's a perfect example of her character.
One more game for Mia Hamm. Julie Foudy and Joy Fawcett will be on the bench, unable to play because of a back injury, but she'll be there to support her teammates for sure. I still think it's not going to hit some of these players until later. We're seeing some of it here in the stadium with some of the awards given out, some of the presentations, but you'll see more of it during the night. Look at Mia Hamm's face, and we watched her during the anthem and the introductions, and the recognition is there. When we talked to players today at the hotel, it almost seemed like another day at the office, that it hadn't really affected them, but you know it did once they got to the stadium tonight.
Well, and that's, as Julie and Mia said, you know, when they went into that locker room for the last time and then they crossed over the white line onto the field, they realized this last time we're going to put on this U.S. uniform. Those moments are when it really hits them.
And here's something else. They want to win this game in their final game as well. Adrenaline, they have to get them through. They've not really been training. USA in white and blue. Mexico are in the green and white. And Mexico will play it to the back. Long ball. Not even close towards that halfway line. Vergara settling it down. 8 in the ball, Juarez. Mexico's brought a very young team here to play the USA. They've never beaten them in 14 tries. Down that left flank, Wambach looking for Hamm. An awkward deflection. Hamm will get it at the end line. Playing it back. And Foudy had the game's first chance, but it's high and wide. United States starting lineup. They'll go with their #1 goalkeeper, Brianna Scurry.
And they'll play in their 4-4-2 system. The U.S. will play in a traditional 4-back. Retiring Joy Fawcett has not recovered from back surgery, and young star Catherine Reddick is continuing to excel as she fills Joy's role. And in the midfield, Captain Julie Foudy on the right side, and Shannon Box, symbolic of a new generation, starts at holding midfielder. Up top, a very emotionally charged Mia Hamm plays with her last game alongside Abby Wambach, the future of the U.S. attack.
Mexico starting their attack on the left flank, denied by Christy Rampone, who cleared it out. It'll be a Mexico throw-in. I'd like to thank Bud Light and all of our U.S. soccer sponsors for allowing us to bring you this game without interruption. Stumble there by Wambach. Wagner tried to play it to the feet of Hamm. It's behind her and out between the benches. A throw-in for Mexico. #2, Elizabeth Gomez from Miami, Florida. Wagner will clear it towards Hamm. Block there. Gomez plays it back. Monica Gonzalez up the middle. Juarez blocked. USA turning it back. Lily for Hamm. Inside the box. Low shot missing the far post. So Foudy and Hamm have each had a scoring chance, and the game is only a couple of minutes old.
Here's Lily finding teammate Mia Hamm in, makes a really nice tactical run out wide, stays on sides, goes ahead and tries to take a shot low to the far post. Again, Mia's gotten in a couple times. She's gotten in for a near assist and almost a goal there.
Tejanos in goal. Mexico will start in a 4-4-2.
And on the D, keep your eye on #4, Monica Gonzalez. She's the captain and the defensive leader. Played collegiately at Notre Dame. She's 5'10". She's going to battle Abby Wambach in the air. In the midfield, #7, Dioselina Valderrama comes off the right side. She's quick, explosive, has a good service with her right foot. And up top, in the absence of Dominguez and Mora, who Coach Cuellar gave some time off to, #10, Lopez and Warbis have a great chance to shine.
The U.S. was looking long for Abby Wambach, coming all the way back. Sandoval back to Tahana. Picked off. Wagner with a chance. Played it inside instead. And that one goes in wide from Wambach. April Heinrichs used to play with the players that will be retiring, including yourself too, Wendy, back in the early 90s. April coaching the team to the Olympic gold. Sandoval sends it long. Box clearing it. Mexico will clear it out of the back. It's a young team that Coach Leo Cuellar has brought a few players that have not even played internationally for their country, giving a rest to 4 established players.
Well, as Mia said in her interview with Lisa, they got to come out here and win this game, even though it's a celebration of their retirement. They still want to win this game last time together on the field.
Ham tried to slot it through, and that's picked off.
JP, as you said, Mexico is really rebuilding this not rebuilding, but just in a huge building phase. And Coach Cuellar has done a fantastic job. These players love to play for him. And again, we should point out he has given a couple of their veterans some time off. Mora, who played for UCLA in the College Cup over the weekend, and also Dominguez, who's a very lethal front runner. But this young Mexico squad is very talented and should give the U.S. a very good game tonight.
Wambach on the chase. Far sideline. We'll keep that in play. Making moves against Gonzalez. Playing it across. Knocked away by Mexico. Scoreless here opening half. 5th minute of play from the Home Depot Center. Fox on the interception. The Chastain pass was picked off. The Lopez pass intercepted as well. USA with Wagner turning. Looping it long, beating one defender. Wambach coming in. Plays it across. Ham off the woodwork. Wagner strikes it high. What a chance there though for Mia Hamm.
Beautiful ball into Abby Wambach, who takes it down and looks up, and we all know who she's looking for. Ham on the near post there, who's full stride, just leans back a bit, hits the crossbar. You know, JP, gonna miss Ham, but we're also gonna miss the combinational play of Ham and Wambach up top. It's a perfect example of what we keep talking about with the youth or the next generation blending in so well with the veterans, and how well the veterans have prepared these young players. And Abby Wambach is a perfect example of just that. Mia is her idol, and Mia has prepared her for the legacy to come.
That is Leo Cuellar, who used to play internationally for Mexico, used to be their captain as well. And he qualified this team for the Olympics, and as he told me last night, it's given them, the Mexican team, 4 more years where they'll get some support now. And they'll continue their improvement because of it. Some of these countries, it was a lack of funding, a lack of time and money spent in the programs, but we're seeing Mexico and Brazil especially really pick up their game. Castillo down the left flank is going to be thwarted there by Rampone. Christy Rampone's pass. Wambach switching sides between the two benches, getting by Gonzalez. That pass is blocked. Sandoval's pass over. Juarez. 13 is Jessica Romero. Just 20 years old. Intercepted now by Foudy. The captain finding Ali Wagner. The return. Tackled away. This push for the match brought to you by Gatorade as Shannon Box turns it upfield. Box with a step, then stumbled. Off the deflection. Headed away by Gomez. Ham wide to the right. Mia taking her inside. Defender doesn't bite. Bites now. Ham getting past Gomez. Plays it back. Wagner. Goal. It's a Wagner goal. It's a Ham assist.
Julie Foudy gets the ball wide, and Mia Hamm takes advantage of the facing up one-on-one with the defender here. Gomez doesn't have an answer for Ham, who cuts and cuts again. Classic moves there. Look at Wambach's run near post to clear the defender. And then Ali Wagner making that beautiful run down the center of the box. Beautiful pace. That's on a silver platter, folks. How can you not finish that? And Ali Wagner does just that. JP, did you notice Abby Wambach's run to that near post and drug the whole
that's
defense
a good
with her?
subtlety that you pointed out, because you did take a defender away and set the table for Wagner.
Very unselfish run, that near post run. A lot of times you don't get the ball, but you're clearing the defense for your teammates to fill in behind you.
Cleared out of play, and the United States has a 1-0 lead. 17th career international goal for Allie Wagner. Foudy looking, leads it through. Lily looks for the help, not there. Gomez picks it off. Castillo. Intercepted by Box. Here's Rampone. Kate Marquardt into the middle. Kat Reddick, part of this U.S. national team's future. Kat Reddick out of North Carolina. Here's Wambach inside for Lily. Down she goes. Loose ball cleared. Foudy picked it off. Mexico scrambling to get it back. And now the clearance by Mexico. This young team, Leo Cuellar said, brings some freshness to the match, some energy, but it can also lead to mistakes because they are so young. You're not sure what you're going to get. Reddick is back for it.
One thing they are going to get is just an amazing wealth of experience playing against this U.S. squad. And that will take them places.
Which is really how you get better. This is the 5th time they've played the United States this year, this calendar year. Wambach leaves it off. Foudy tripped up by Castillo. Play continues. Mexico counters. Warbis. Handled that ball well. Got it in the middle and then lost it. Hard challenge there from Wagner. Warbis gave it away. Lily with the look up. It's not on, so she'll play it square, but Chastain had stopped her run. Valderrama on the right, halfway line. USA leading Mexico 1-0 in this farewell match for Mia Hamm, Julie Foudy, and Joy Fawcett, who was injured but on the USA bench. This portion of the match brought to you by Phillips. Shannon Box up the middle. Allie Wagner. She has the game's only goal. Looks for Wambach. Wambach tried to settle it. Abby Wambach, 29 goals in her last 29 games. An incredible scoring ratio. Corner kick is the decision there. Barry Seitz is tonight's referee. First corner coming up. And Mia Hamm is going to take it. You can see a lot of flashes in the crowd from the cameras. Getting one more glimpse of Mia Hamm in the USA national team uniform. Hamm strikes it. Up for grabs, knotted down and cleared out by Mexico. Chastain was among those up for that. Laid off on the left wing. Lily taken down. Carrie Seitz calls that foul. Free kick USA. Quickly, Lily played it back. Christine Lily looks up. Played it across, the flick by Foudy. He was passing it. Wagner's shot is blocked. Loose ball. Mexico now will pick it up. Held up there by Evelyn Lopez. Now pushed forward. Good decision, but not a good pass to that right flank. It allows the USA to come back and defend in numbers.
Mexico's doing a good job, though, changing the point of the attack. Very patient on defense. You know, they don't want to be giving up corner kicks, but they defended that last one very well.
Gomez pass too long, intended for Rebecca Juarez. Ryan Escuri settles things down at the back. Christy Rampone with Foudy. Back to Rampone. This team hasn't played the USA since November, that loss against Denmark. 3-1 in Philadelphia.
And JP, we should point out that that was the 9th game of this fan celebration tour, and they were exhausted. A lot of times playing a weekend game and then a midweek game as well. So, although they haven't really been been training together, but they also needed this rest. So I agree with you. You said earlier in the match that probably adrenaline would be a big part of carrying them through this match because they aren't 90 minutes fit.
I think if they win this game, it is on adrenaline and talent will also get you far too. They have a huge edge over a young Mexican team. Let's go downstairs. Lisa Salters is standing by with Joy Fawcett. Lisa.
Joy, I saw a lot of tears over on the sidelines out there during the pregame festivities. I mean, what was it like to hear your name announced for the last time?
It was sad, definitely. You know, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss my teammates and the fans. I mean, this is an awesome crowd for a Wednesday night. They'll have school tomorrow, work, and look, this is just awesome. We've got the best fans, and it's exciting. There's a lot of energy. And
now, I know that officially this is the end of your career, but in reality, because of your back injury, you played your last game in the gold medal match against Brazil in Athens. What's it like to know that it's finally over, just over?
You know, I was talking about it with Colleen, and it's kind of, she described it as glad, sad, and it's true. You know, I'm sad that it's going to come to an end, but I'm excited to do other things, you know, and start a new chapter in my life.
Well, thank you very much for everything, especially for the memories.
Thank you, Lisa. Joe was talking about Colleen Hacker, who's a team psychologist, and the reason why Colleen was saying that was because she feels good that these players can retire on their own terms. They're going out the way they wanted to tonight. That's the good part about it, not being forced into a retirement. Ball played forward. Quick shot, Warbis, but it was right at Scurry. It's a decent chance for Mexico to tie it up. Chastain with a cutting ball to Foudy. Wide left, USA on the attack, 15th minute. USA up by 1. In this farewell match for 3 great stars. Pass up intended for Wambach, that's cut off. Couple of collisions there. Now the whistle will stop play. Foudy in the restart. Wagner leads Ham. The cross, open play, but that ball skipped on Wambach. Ham had the right idea with that ball played across. By the U.S. on the left side. Wagner looking up again towards Ham. Cleared by Gomez. Fox will play it back. Out of play it goes. This portion of the match brought to you by Chiquita, Christy Rampone on that throw-in. Foudy has it blocked. Rampone again for Julie Foudy. All the way back to Kate Marcraft, leading this team in starts and minutes in 2004. Reddick plays it out wide.
So much depth in this back line, and interestingly, some of the depth was recently developed. Catherine Reddick has gotten a lot of chances because of Joy's back surgery recently, and also remember she got a start when Brandy broke her foot in the World Cup. But they will miss Joy Fawcett, as she said, the glad sad comment. It's true because she's going to miss her teammates, I think, probably the most. I mean, she's got 3 beautiful young daughters, and her husband Walt has been Mr. Mom all these years as she's continued her career, but she's got a great situation, a great life to kind of move on to.
Second corner for the United States. Ham strikes it. Tahana missed it, a goal! 2-0 U.S. Wambach.
Beautiful serve by Ham, in swinger, look at the ball bending in, goes over the goalkeeper, Tana Hart can't get a hand on it, and Abby Wambach is about 2 feet off the line there and just heads it home. Tell you what, how fitting is it that Mia Hamm is already factored into 2 goals. It's 2-0 for the USA, and Mia Hamm is factored into both of them. There's a nice thank you very much to her teammate.
30 goals in 30 games for Abby Wambach. In the history of the U.S. women's national team, only one player has ever scored 30 goals, and that was Michelle Akers. No one else has done that, not even Mia Hamm. Hamm will play it forward. Foudy pushing it up. Lily. Cheston. Back for Kristine Lilly. On the far side, Lilly will hold it up. USA with a 2-0 lead. Allie Wagner leads it left. Lilly's cross, and Hunter has that one. Down at the end there was Kristine Lilly after making that play, but she bounces back. Abby Wambach, the future of the U.S. Women's National Team, and maybe the next face of this team as well, Wendy.
Absolutely. You can't say enough about what the veterans have done as far as their role in preparing the youth of the next generation. Abby Wambach is a perfect example of that, and it is remarkable that she's had 30 goals in the last 30 games. It's almost unheard of. As you said, it goes all the way back to Michelle Akers.
Off a deflection to Hunter. Keeps this in. We're coming to you tonight from the Home Depot Center in Carson, California. The farewell match for three great players, Mia Hamm, Julie Foudy, and Joy Fawcett. They will call a halt to their international careers tonight. Joy Fawcett watching this one on the bench. Wendy Guevara-Palladino, Lisa Salters, and I calling this one for you on ESPN Classic as it's happening live from the Home Depot Center. How fitting that this is where it ends. The mecca of soccer in this country. And this is where it all began, where the U.S. team started this year in residency in the quest for Olympic gold. And they'll end it here tonight, final game of the farewell tour. Outside the line it goes. Let's go downstairs to Lisa Salters.
Well, you know, it figures that Mia Hamm has already factored into the 2 goals already. Just to give you an idea of how competitive she is, I asked her if it matters at all who wins this match, and she gave me that Mia Hamm intense look and said it absolutely does. Tonight's match is about the fans and saying goodbye, but Mia said once kickoff comes around, she wants to win. And remember, this coming from a woman who's already got 2 World Cup titles, 2 Olympic gold medals, all-time leading scorer in the history of international soccer. All that doesn't matter, she said. Tonight is game night, and she wants to be on the winning end.
And Lisa, that doesn't surprise certainly Wendy or myself. Same with Julie Foudy for sure, but also the other players want to win it for them too.
Absolutely. It's a very emotionally charged evening. Nobody has wanted to see this evening come. Everybody, you know, knows Mia's playing at the top of her game right now, and Julie, of course, is playing so well. Nobody has wanted this to happen, but you gotta just say thanks to them, a heartfelt thanks for everything that they've done for the game and for sports in general. I mean, Mia Hamm is one of the most recognizable athletes in the world,
yeah.
male or female.
This portion of the match brought to you by Chevrolet. United States leading Mexico 2-0. Castillo coming back. Cleared away by Sandoval. Box, nice cut to Foudy. Foudy's pass up, she'll get it back. Foudy, 4-time All-American at Stanford University. Had a chance for a medical career. Turned it down to continue to play soccer. Mia Hamm with a couple of assists tonight. Your goal scorers are Wagner and Wambach. 22nd minute. Lilly on the far side. Kristine Lilly played it across. Flicked by Hamm. I think Wambach wanted to return it, but mishit it. And Mexico will come away with the ball. Gomez. Blocked as well. USA with a lot of ball possession now. The last several minutes. That's cleared out. USA will have a throw-in. Great night for soccer tonight in Carson, California. Joy Fawcett alluded to it's a nice crowd here tonight, being a school night and all the traffic midweek here in LA. Here's Foudy, long shot that's blocked. The Lopez pass for Warbis. Guadalupe Warbis playing it to Juarez. Elizabeth Gomez, the left side. Played at the University of Miami. Rampone will clear. The offside flag is up on the far side. Not acknowledged. Play continues. Valderrama. Romero. Into the middle. Stumble there. Cost Lopez. Box leaves it off for Foudy. In front of the USA bench. That's Abby Wambach. Foudy, double team. Mexico won it. Foudy won it back. Chastain leaves it off. Kat Reddick in the middle for the captain, Julie Foudy. Right side, trying to go wide to Wambach. She leaves it off for Rampone.
You know, JP, this U.S. team is really doing a nice job of letting the ball do a lot of the work for them. They know they're not 90 minutes fit, but they're spreading this Mexican team out, and they're at their best when they can get the ball wide. Here's an example of that, Lily getting the ball out on the left flank. They're moving the ball very nicely. A little bit rusty on some of their touches, but not too apparent, in my opinion.
Yeah. They should be rusty, though. I mean, not even training really together since that game in Philadelphia in November. Not just no games, no training. Rampone's pass up. Box trying to slip it through. Big shot, another goal. Wambach has two.
Shannon Box, we talked about the movement. She starts it out of the back, and Rampone getting up into the attack. Everyone's firing on all cylinders for this U.S. team. There's Box, who continues her run. Again, Box to Oh, beautiful ball there. Look at, JP, you saw that near post. I was looking at the final shot there. Tough place for the goalkeeper to get beaten near post, but Wambach just places it with a nice little inside of the right foot bender, tucks it inside that right post. But again, great play by Shannon Box to start it really out of the back line, and again, doing a good job to let the ball do the work for them. They're spreading the field nicely against this Mexico team.
Wambach is just so lethal. 2 goals tonight, numbers 30 and 31 in the year 2004. Ball played all the way back. This gives the USA some breathing room. They're hoping, obviously, for a good start. They would love to take Julie Foudy out of this game at some point and let the crowd say goodbye one more time, and the same with Mia Hamm. But if this game were down to the finish, close, those players don't want to come out. And that would be a dilemma facing April Heinrichs, wanting to give them their due, but not wanting to pull them off in a tight game that they wanted to win. Here's a lead pass, and the offside flag goes up. Christy Rampone thought it was going to go up, and it did. A lot of family members in the crowd, including Stephanie Hamm, Mia's parents.
There's Stephanie and Bill, and those 3 retiring players had over 55 family members down there on the field with them.
And Nomar Garcia-Parra, of course, is here, signing a new deal with the Chicago Cubs, a 1-year deal yesterday. Seemed pretty happy about that. Nomar in attendance here tonight. Those two support one another's careers, and now guess Mia will be supporting his career more that her international career ends tonight.
Well, that's certainly one of the things that's going to keep her very busy, and one of the other things is she's going to focus on her foundation as well, which is raising funds for
a lot of different causes. Here's Warbus. Story was stuck up.
We don't want to talk through that attack there, but for opportunity for girls in sport, and also giving back because of her brother Garrett passing away from aplastic anemia. She's raising money for research for that cause as well. And we should point out that Garrett's son Dylan is in the crowd tonight. He gets bigger every time I see him, but he's such a huge fan of Mia's. Down there on the field wearing the number 9 jersey when they were doing the ceremony presentation.
This portion of the match brought to you by Home Depot. USA leading at 3-0. Abby Wambach with 2 goals tonight. Allie Wagner with 1. Mia Hamm with 2 assists. Mark Graf plays it back to Kat Reddick, almost stripped there by Rebecca Juarez. USA getting it. Foudy. Wambach. Running it upfield. Lily supports her on the left. Lily cuts it back. Foudy returns the favor. Lily tried to send it across, knocked out. It'll be the 3rd USA corner kick. They scored off the last one when Hamm set up Wambach. Hamm and Lily are both over there now on the side. This may be a short corner unless one takes over. Now Lily will back off.
I think Hamm's got to go ahead and send it in there. Other than the defensive line from Mexico, number 4, Gonzalez, the U.S. has a huge height advantage with Wambach and Catherine Reddick, Brandy Chastain running through the box.
Hamm sends it out. Wagner looked like she was passing more than shooting there. Intercepted by Mexico. Mexico playing it forward. Juarez broken up. Chastain goes hard after it in the far sideline. It goes out of play. Brandi Chastain has indicated in the past she still wants to play in the future for this team. Same with Kristine Lilly. A lot of people speculated that maybe all 5 great players might retire at the same time, but no. On the far side, box defense. Tackle away, USA getting it back. Into the middle it goes. Markgraf keeps it rolling. Mexico intercepts that.
JP, the rumor I've heard on Brandi Chastain and retirement is that she wants to play to 200 caps. She's already at 191 because they've had so many games post-Olympics with this fan celebration tour. Kristine Lilly, on the other hand, I've heard wants to play through another world championship. But I think it's going to be an issue that she'll kind of have to see how it goes, because I think she's really going to miss her veteran teammates who are retiring tonight. And it's all she's known is playing with them for over half of her life.
The next World Championship that you're talking about, 2007, the World Cup, and then 2008 will be the next Olympics, and both will be in China. Intended for Castillo, USA winning that ball. And that's knocked out, last touch by Julie Foudy. Now it belongs to Mexico in the 30th minute. Long throw in up the sideline. Rampone defends it, knocked it out. Still Mexico's ball. Elizabeth Gomez. This ball rolls, stayed in play. Mexico kept that one in. Reddick goes back to Scurry. Scurry pressured by Warbis. Headed forward. Brought down by Allie Wagner. She played collegiately at Santa Clara. Up for Wambach. Took 2 people on her, and that one was knocked out of play. There'll be a throw-in coming up. Or maybe not, they called a foul. So it's a free kick. Rampone cutting it back. Reddick intercepted. Not down there by Romero. Valderrama returns it to Romero. And that'll be deflected out of play. Mexico will still have a throw-in on the far side. This portion of the match brought to you by Gatorade. 31st minute, USA leads Mexico 3-0 in the farewell match for Ham and Foudy. And of course, Joy Fawcett too, who cannot play tonight due to a back injury. 2 back surgeries actually this year alone, 2004. Quick shot, Lopez, and Scurry has that. Let's go downstairs. Lisa Salter standing by with the former Tisha Venturini, now Tisha Hoke. Lisa.
Tisha, I mean, we can see what you've been doing since the '99 World Cup. Who's this guy?
This is Cooper Finn Hoke, about 3 months old. So yeah, it's a lot harder than playing soccer, I'll tell you that.
Is he a soccer fan?
This is first game.
Excellent.
Quite a good one to be in.
Excellent. Tell me, why did you want to be here tonight?
Obviously, I've played for about 10 years with these girls, roommates with Mia for several years in college and after that, and they're just some of my best friends who I love dearly, and I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Again, you said that you were Mia's college roommate. What impressed you most about her, even back then?
Just how humble she was and how caring and loving she was. She's just a great person all around, and nothing ever went to her head. She was very thoughtful, and still is today.
Now, I'm sure that they're all glad to see you here, but what were your emotions during those pregame festivities? I saw a lot of tears out there.
Yeah, and he had a lot of tears too, but it was great. It's just so good to reflect and look back, and to have been a small part of their career has been really special for me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, Cooper.
Go USA!
That's a young fan. Not sure what he's seeing here tonight, but he's part of history. We'll watch it someday on video, probably. Good to see Tisha Hoke again.
Boy, doesn't she look great?
Yeah.
3 months out of having a baby. Her husband Casey's here as well. You know, and Tish really epitomizes the some of the things that she was talking about as far as what Mia embodies: caring, loving, thoughtful. And it's really true. All of these players are just so thankful for everything that the sport has provided to them, and also the friendships. And it's nice that Tish was able to be here tonight with her son and with her husband to support these guys as they're, you know, going out on this very special night.
Sandoval for Mexico, playing it forward. Several of these players were on the Mexican Olympic team that played against China, Germany, and then Brazil. On that far side, USA, Ham, low shot. Kahana stops that. Following this match, keep it here for Sports Century. Mia Hamm, followed by a classic big ticket, the 1999 Women's World Cup Final between the USA and China. That's all coming up next, right here on ESPN Classic. Wendy and I remember that one well. Over 90,000 at the Rose Bowl, and some 40 million watching it live on ABC Sports. Those of you who were there at the Rose Bowl that day will never forget it, I'm sure. People still talk about that.
It was one of those events that, in my opinion, just changed opportunities in sports for the youngsters out there, both young girls and boys. Really, it provided it transcended sport, in my opinion. It wasn't just about soccer.
Settled by Lily, loves the left foot better. Looking for the shot, wasn't there. Ham almost got through. Good hard challenge by Wagner. Lily gets it back. Lays it off. Chastain, good run. Looks up, wants to cut it back. Right idea, but it was blocked out. Corner kick, 4th 1 USA. 35th minute. Chastain normally very good in the air. She may stay up. USA with a 3-0 lead. Ham with 2 assists. Wambach 2 goals. Wagner has the other. Ham strikes it with authority, but it goes up top, landing on the netting. Mia Hamm getting her star put down at the Home Depot Center with Julie Foudy and Joy Fawcett. And your star is also there somewhere. I'm not sure we're going to see that, but that's nice.
Quite
right
an honor for me and for my former teammates in 1991. And that's for the retiring players and players who have won a world championship. And of course, for these guys, they've won multiple world titles. But Mia said that was just a great moment yesterday.
For anyone coming to the Home Depot Center, you'll see those stars right out in front of the building. There's Wambach. 2 goals tonight at the end line. Played it back. Lily, nice move there, then lost it. And limps a little bit afterwards as that ball is cleared out by Gonzalez. Mexico scrambling to get it out of there. This portion of the match is brought to you by Bud Light. Warbis lays it off. Evelyn Lopez. Long ball intended for Warbis. Run down by Chastain, back to Brian Ascuri. Ascuri clears. Shannon Box wins that one on her own. Right side, Wambach. Rampone. Wagner. USA letting the ball do the work. Wambach leads it. Lily didn't have the angle there. Cleared out by Sandoval. It's a USA throw-in. Up 3-0 over Mexico. Rampone. Out wide. Lily trying to get that one through. Foudy is with it. Christine Lily runs back, leaves it off. Rampone with one quick step towards the end line. Foudy reaching and kept it in for the moment, but now it goes out for a goal kick for Mexico. Julie Foudy, what a great captain, leading by example. We remember her in the Olympics, leaving the semifinal game against Germany. Most people, myself included, thought we won't see her in that final against Brazil. Not only did she play, Wendy, she played 120 minutes and gutted it out.
She's such an amazing woman who's had an amazingly remarkable career. And, you know, she really picked up the leadership role after Carla Oberbeck retired. And Carla actually is in attendance tonight to surprise Julie. Julie doesn't know that she's here. But she's come out for this great evening as well.
Julie's husband, Ian Sawyers, is here. I asked him today how he felt. Was he nervous? Was he apprehensive? And what it meant to him, and he said, it means I get to see my wife more.
Oh, exactly. I mean, think about the schedule that these guys have been keeping, and it, you know, if you look at the WUSA, she played for one team, he coached another, and it's time for them to move on with their lives.
USA with the ball in the lead, up by 3. Back it away. Hard challenge over there. 5th corner kick for the United States. Abby Wambach plays it physical. She will get fouled, but she will dish it out too. And at every corner kick Mia Hamm takes, more pictures are being taken, more people standing up, wanting to get a good view. Hamm sending it over to Hunter. Didn't clear it out well. Wambach. And box shot blocked. Wambach was a force there, even though she didn't have the ball, just shielding other players away from it. 39th minute. USA up by 3. And this ball will roll out of play. Throw in for the United States. Wagner. Cut off there. This is Foudy. Played all the way back, and that's deflected out of play. There'll be a throw-in coming up again for the United States. 40th minute. And again, it rolls out. If you're wondering why it says Hamm and Foudy's farewell match and not Fawcett, it's because Joy Fawcett is unable to play tonight. She is on the bench, but this is the end of her international career as well. 3 players who came in the late 80s and all going out on this great night at the Home Depot Center.
You know, JP, I think from a playing standpoint, it's probably easiest for Joy because she has been injured, and the last game that she played was in the Olympics. But I think for Julie, for example, I think she really is truly ready. I think that she's going to miss the friendships the most because she's not going to get to see her teammates all the time. But here's a woman who has done work with Title IX. Oh, yeah. Some say she may go into politics. Who knows? But in the meantime, her husband Ian is looking forward to spending some time with her, but I'm sure that Julie will transition just fine off the field.
Chastain on the left. Really back to Chastain. Wambach left it there. Played upfield to Wagner. Wambach. Down she goes. Juarez is there. Intercepted. Look at Wagner over there on the far side, winning that ball and almost playing it through. All in one motion. Chested down by Chastain. Upfield comes the U.S. Up by 3. Too far for Hamm, but it'll go out for a goal kick. Let's go downstairs. Lisa Salters, what do you have?
Well, just to give you an idea of how important this game is for the entire team, Heather O'Reilly and Lindsay Tarpley are the 2 youngest members of this national team, and they are still in school. They're at the University of North Carolina. They both had finals today in math. After they took the final, they got on a plane and had a connection in Dallas. When they got to Dallas, they found out that they had a slight chance to catch an earlier flight that would get them here to the game an hour earlier. The flight attendant said, it's 30 gates away. There's no way you're going to make it. Guess what? They hauled it and made it on the flight, got here an hour earlier. I guess that flight attendant didn't realize that she was talking to Olympic gold medalists. So it's important for all these guys to be here tonight.
That is a great story. This is the first time in this fan celebration tour that we have seen all 18 players who won Olympic gold in the stadium together, because O'Reilly and Tarpley had their college classes to go to and their college teams, so they were playing. And of course, Tarpley was injured too and came back at the end of the ACC tournament and then played in the NCAA tournament. On that left side, Wagner leaving it off. Good run on the flank. Wagner with time on the ball. Try to cut it back for Lilly. That's intercepted, and Mexico will clear. USA playing, and as we said earlier, letting the ball do the work and enjoying themselves out there right now. Here is Gomez.
I think that's such a funny story, JP, about them being in the Dallas airport, and I can just imagine the flight attendant, the challenge that she put upon them. They said, "Oh, really? Huh? You know, we've had a couple more days off than we've wanted, obviously, because for the first time ever, UNC didn't make it to the Final Four of the College Cup in collegiate soccer, but they were ready for a little workout. It sounded like, probably get some of their energy out after taking their exams, and they're heading right back for more exams."
Headed away by the U.S. Nearly 43 minutes gone here. USA with a commanding 3-0 lead. Mark Kraft will play it across. Brandi Chastain waits on the ball. Now to Kat Reddick from Birmingham, Alabama. Over to Chastain once more. Across the halfway line. Finding Lily. Trying to keep that one in. Wambach actually on that far side with Lily in front of her. Wambach plays it back. Return is for Lily. Wide left. The look up, then the cross. A bouncing ball. Quick shot box. There's a beautiful strike and a goal. That's a quality finish from Shannon Box.
We talk about the future of this program, and Shannon Box is a name that's right on the edge of your tongue, and this is one of the reasons why she plays holding midfield position, but she gets up on the attack, and man, she can strike a ball. And there's a look, Lily cross, Wambach just deflects it. I was also watching Wambach's celebration afterwards, and for the longest time she stood there just with her fists up in the air going, yeah, that's the kind of goal I like to see from my teammates. I've scored 31, but it's nice to see the rest of them scoring as well, so what she's saying.
Coming up at halftime, a special profile of Mia Hamm will examine her impact on her sport, her teammates, and the generation of female athletes. We'll take a look at a busy 2005 for the men's national team. They're involved in World Cup qualifying, and there will be a recap of the final first half in the careers of Hamm, Foudy, and Foster. That's all coming up at halftime, which is right around the corner. USA now up 4-0. Scurry is back, made the play. And off the side netting, that was Mexico's best chance with Scurry out of the goal. Evelyn Lopez should have had one.
Teams are most vulnerable right after they've scored.
45th minute, and that's going to do it. Terry Seitz blows the whistle on this first half, and the USA on the scoreboard has dominated in this farewell match for Hamm and Foudy. When we come back, we'll talk about that fabulous trio. Abby Wambach, though, knows all about how important this talented trio has been to her and her teammates.
Starting this team and going way back to where you guys started it and where this game has gone, you guys mean more to this game than anybody else does. And it's been amazing. And we all love you so much for giving us our life and giving us this chance.
The United States leads Mexico 4-0 in this farewell match for three players, including Mia Hamm. You can see the emotion on her face. She's there with family. This is all prior to the game. Mia Hamm also celebrating because she has 2 assists, and her team is up by the score of 4-0 over Mexico. What a great career for Mia Hamm. We will all certainly miss her. Let's take a look at this feature narrated by Rob Stone.
I mean, these girls look up to you, and I know it's not going to be forever, but it's been extremely humbling and very special.
She's a role model for the young kids who come to the stadium, boys and girls alike, but I think she's also been a role model for us because I don't think we could have known how to handle ourselves if it weren't for Mia having to have gone through all the pressure that she went through of being the face of women's soccer, and I think at times being the face of women's sports in general.
Here's Mia Hamm in the box, the shot, goal! She's got the record!
She is the world's all-time leading goal scorer, but the legacy of Mia Hamm is greater than the sum of her points.
Mia has been the most unbelievable ambassador for soccer. You couldn't have asked for anybody more humble, anybody more dedicated, anybody more passionate about not only improving as an individual, but being a part of a team.
For those who are close to the team and her teammates, I think her legacy will be how selfless she's been. There were so many opportunities where she could have said, I'll take the spotlight, but she never would. You know, sometimes we'd have to literally shove her into it and say, you deserve this, get out there.
She's an incredible speaker, and the impact that she has on people is amazing, but she doesn't let that go to her head. Nothing at all goes to her head.
I have an opportunity to make a difference, to help people out, to give young girls the opportunity to feel better about themselves.
One of the ways she helps others is through the Mia Hamm Foundation.
The Mia Hamm Foundation started in memory of my brother, who was actually going through a bone marrow transplant and subsequently passed away after complications. The foundation has two facets. One is to help families going through bone marrow transplants. And then the other one is we give funds to programs that are out there to encourage and empower girls in sports.
It's got to make her proud because she's done something I think no other female athlete really has done. I think she's made a big impact in women's soccer, but in sports in general.
When I leave this game, they said there's a player that loved what I did every single day, even the days where we all complain about it. Some of those days are what makes it so special.
Plenty of emotion tonight in the stadium. It's a 4-0 lead, USA over Mexico. Abby Wambach has 2 of the team's 4 goals. Let's go to the under-19 championship. This was played in Thailand. Keep your eye out. Angie Wozniak will score a goal against Brazil from way out. What a goal. She won the outstanding player, second most outstanding player, silver ball winner in that competition. And for the men, FIFA World Cup qualifying will begin February 9th at Trinidad and Tobago. 10 games in total, 5 at home, 5 games away. You'll play each team twice. Top 3 teams will advance to the World Cup in Germany, and a 4th team will go into a playoff with a team from Asia. So that's from CONCACAF, and it all starts in February. A television schedule will come out at a later date. What a special night for 3 players who will call it an international career. Still have another half to go. Mia Hamm, Julie Foudy, and Joy Fawcett all saying goodbye tonight.
Friends, family, and everyone. And I think the one thing that's going to be so great about it all is you may be leaving the game, but the impact that you've had on me, on the rest of the team, the fans, the young girls, and our families will last a lifetime. And I think that's the greatest thing about it. So good luck, and we will miss you.
That is from Christine Lilly, who has also been a member of this USA squad since the late 80s, a teammate of Mia Hamm's at the University of North Carolina and a national team teammate since those late 80s. Winning and losing together as family.
I'm saying just play against the shift, whatever it is. No, whatever it is.
One final huddle. They look like they're enjoying the moment, don't they?
Oh, I think so, and the game's going well for them. They're enjoying the game. It's 4-0 lead, but like you said, JP, it's the last time they're going to huddle together.
And I think the optimal number would be like 7 or 8, right? Yeah. But let's keep it.
Not only do they want to win, but it sounds like they want to score more goals. One more half to play. USA leading by the score of 4-0. Playing in front of a good crowd here, including many family members and friends like Nomar Garciaparra. We mentioned before, just signing a 1-year deal with the Chicago Cubs and signing autographs as well for those who obviously recognize him. This has got to be one of the most famous couples, and she's wearing a Garciaparra jersey. Well, that's interesting.
How about
that? That's a first.
Look at that smile.
I wonder if Nomar knew about that one. We didn't until just now.
She's just kind of running around, smiling.
That's classic.
I ran into Nomar in the hotel lobby and was congratulating him on signing his deal, and he just said it's the best thing ever because, you know, now he knows where they're going to be for the next year, and worked into his deal that he can't get traded, so he doesn't have any concerns about whether that's going to happen. But they like Chicago and really enjoy the city, and the fans really took them in.
It's a great city and a great baseball city as well, with the 2 teams there. Getting ready to start the second half. Mexico in green and white, USA white and blue. And Mexico is going to make a change. Padilla is going to come in, number 11. We'll have to see who has come out. Lopez. So 11 for 10. Padilla is into the game. This is her first appearance for Mexico. She's 19 from San Jose, California. Christine Lilly on the left. USA leading it by a 4-0 count. Wagner broken up there in the end. We'd like to thank Phillips and all of our U.S. Soccer sponsors for allowing us to bring you this game without interruption. First of 6 subs being made by Mexico. We would expect that everybody would play on a day like today, and especially with the USA right now controlling things. At some point, we would expect Foudy and Ham to come out.
It's kind of a funny thing, as you mentioned earlier, JP, if it was a tight match, they absolutely would not want to come out, and Coach Heinrichs wouldn't want to bring him out as well, but she also doesn't want to pull him too early because this is their last game, and they want to play a full 90, or at least close to a full 90.
Here is Reddick, and right now they're having fun. It has not been an overly physical game, so you don't have to worry about that. This was the game where the bodies were flying. You might have to. Here's Ham. Try to play it across, looking for Lilly. That's blocked. Lilly continues to fight for it. Juarez will clear it.
Remember Lisa's report down in the first half when she talked about Mia put on her game face when she asked Mia if it mattered whether they won. There's no lack of competitive spirit in Mia today. There's no less than there was from the first time that she put on this U.S. uniform, and maybe even it got greater as her career went along. But I think that's one of the things that she's gonna miss, you know, is the competition. She's had the environment there for her. She'll see how she can transition those energies into causes like we talked about a foundation in the first half.
Chastain. Near side, Lilly. Pushing it back, Reddick. Up for Wagner, that's blocked. Mexico will get it back. They're down by 4. In the middle, Sandoval's pass up. Padilla to Juarez. Right sideline, Mexico looking for room right in front of their bench. Romero had it knocked out of play. Throw-in coming up for Mexico. And coming over to take it is Valderrama. On the far side, that's knocked away. Foudy to Wagner. Pushing it back and gave that ball away. Warbis looking to turn. Castillo blocked by Rampone. Leads it for Mia Hamm. At the halfway line, she tried to poke it forward. That's picked off. Sandoval clears. Goes long. USA tracks back on defense. Back to the feet of Scurry. Fox with 1 goal this evening and 1 assist as well. Wambach with 2 goals. Wagner 1 goal. Ham with 2 assists. Romero's pass in the middle. Sent long, and that goes over by Vergara. Downstairs we go. Lisa Salter standing by with a man who knows Mia Hamm and others very well, Anson Dorrance.
Coach, 2 of your players at UNC, Heather and Lindsay, they were running through airports to get here. I trust that you had an easier time of it.
Well, I'm not in exams like they are right now, so they had to take an exam and jump on an airplane. My wife and I left the day before, so our trip was a bit more civilized.
Good to hear that. Now, obviously, you were Mia Hamm's coach at UNC. What is it like for you to see her end her career here tonight?
Well, obviously, we're all incredibly nostalgic. We don't want her to end her career, want her to keep playing. But she has 1,000 things she wants to do with her life, and all of us are here to help her celebrate ending this chapter. But she's been a lot of fun to coach and certainly to watch.
When did you know that she was going to be a special player?
Well, I saw her when I was the national coach when she was a 14-year-old. And the debate at the time was, well, should we bring her in at 14? And we waited a year. We brought her in at 15, and obviously, what an incredible career she's had.
That is an incredible story. All of these women who are retiring tonight have all said that they want to leave the game in a better place than when they found it. How do you think they did?
Well, I think they've done pretty well. 90,000 the Rose Bowl for that World Championship, and finishing with a gold in the Olympics. What an amazing legacy they've had.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Anson Dorrance coached Mia at North Carolina and also the national team, and people do forget she was 15. That's the youngest player to ever play for a full USA national team, men's or women's team.
tell you a couple of stories, and I know this was part of the Sports Century piece that viewers got to see earlier today on Mia, but Anson had heard about Mia when she was 14, as he said, and she was playing on this team out of Texas, and her club coach, John Cosboom, called Anson and said, you got to come watch this kid. And Anson gets there and says, don't tell me which one she is. And immediately he knew which one she was. And then from a personal standpoint, I was standing in a wall where she had a free kick, and we're thinking, okay, let's see if she can rip it, you know, like from 40 yards out. And it went whizzing by our heads into the upper 90, and we said, this kid can play. Absolutely. The other one of my most favorite stories of Anson's is that he was driving through Chapel Hill, and he sees somebody bent over at the knees doing fitness, just finishing a series of fitness in this little park in Chapel Hill, and he realized that it was Mia, and he wrote her a note, and I believe this is part of the foreword of one of his books, saying that, you know, the true champion is the one who works when no one else is watching.
Her teammates have said how hard Mia Hamm works in practice, not just in games, tracking back on defense as well, not just a great goal scorer, but a playmaker too. And we will all miss her. Halfway line, hard challenge there. USA getting it back. Chastain, no give there. Brandy at age 36. Tough player going up the wing. A couple of words for the bench there of Mexico, and still a little talking maybe back and forth. This portion of the match brought to you by Bud Light. 52nd minute. USA leading 4-0. Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy, their farewell match on the field. Joy Fawcett has announced her international retirement as well, but as we said at the top, a back injury keeps her out of this game tonight. She is on the bench supporting her teammates. Foudy, upfield, Lily, blocked, Wagner has it. Wagner's goal started it tonight. Mexico will clear, that's Valderrama, but it goes right to the USA bench. Foudy's throwing. Julie Foudy will hold it. Plays it all the way back to Kate Markgraf. Up the middle, Wagner. Wambach try to return it. Wagner comes back for it to Shannon Box. Looking left side. Lillard stopping it. Waits for some help to come. Chastain sitting back, receives. Now gives. Wagner left to Lily. Lily running towards the end line. Knocked out by Romero. Should give up a corner kick. And Christine Lilly will be taking this one. 6 corners for the United States. Chastain is up for this. Lilly sends it out, and that's headed wide. Wambach coming through, looking for the hat trick. 54th minute. Mia Hamm and Joy Fawcett making their debut in '87. Foudy a year later, and Heather O'Reilly was just a young child at the time.
She was 2 years old when Mia and Joy made their debut. How about that?
Puts it in perspective. Heather O'Reilly still a teenager, the youngest on the Olympic squad.
Promising future for that young lady, as well as Lindsay Tarpley.
Push to the right side. That's blocked. USA in control at this point. Mia Hamm came out second half wearing that Garcia Parra jersey. On the right side, USA attacking. Much room there, knocked away. This will be the 7th corner kick for the United States. That jersey might be getting people to wonder if she's going to change her name. We hadn't heard that before, but I guess we'll find out. Mia Hamm is ready. She has taken all but one corner kick, the last one taken by Lillard. Laid across, not a down. Wagner, Wambach. Sent forward by Rampon. Lily goes hard after it. Down she goes in the collision with Juarez. And Mexico just forced to play it safe. USA throwing. Wagner looks, crosses, headed away by Sandoval. Mexico trying to break with some numbers. Here they come. 4-on-3 if they can use their speed. Valderrama leads it. Plays it over on the left side, and now the USA have 4 players back. Warbis, no offside flag up. Warbis beating it, played it across. This is Mexico's first corner kick. And they will send several players forward, including 5'10", Monica Gonzalez. #1 edge in the corners for the United States is portion of the match. Brought to you by Home Depot. Rebecca Juarez, Los Angeles is her hometown. She'll take the corner low. Gonzalez, the captain, lays it off. Castillo floats it up, headed by Sandoval. Knotted down. Juarez looks for it. Cleared away by Ham. Mexico getting it back. And that one sent skyward by Romero. Scurry lets it go out. 57th minute. 10th and final game on this fan celebration tour. Mia Hamm, Julie Foudy saying goodbye to their international careers tonight. Same with Joy Fawcett on that USA bench. And no matter what, with those 3 players retiring, even with others staying on, there'll be a new era for this team. Hard to imagine this team without the 3 who are leaving tonight.
Well, they vowed never to leave the sport until they felt that it was in good hands, and it's probably in as good a hands as it's ever going to be. Perfect example is Abby Wambach, you know, a young player who has scored 31 goals in the last 30 games. And hats off to her for realizing what a huge opportunity she had with a fairly short window of being able to learn as much as she could from her hero, Mia Hamm.
Mexico have all of their remaining subs up and stretching and warming up. USA have no one up right now. Everyone's seated watching the game. All the available subs. Valderrama lays it off on the right. Romero. Vergara played it back to Sandoval. Monica Gonzalez back to Tahana, having to chase this down. Tahana, normally the backup goalkeeper for Mexico. Jennifer Molina injured, but Tahana did get to play in the Olympics because of Molina's injury and helped her team get to the quarterfinals. Vergara looking, intended for Warbis. Mexico coming on, 3-on-3. Valderrama broken up by Chastain. Randy will play it back to the feet of Scurry. And Brianna gives it a ride. Box lays it off. Shannon Box with a goal and an assist. Looks for Foudy. Mexico trying to break that one up. That was Castillo. Here's Foudy again on the right side. 4 World Cup appearances, or 4 World Cups, and 3 Olympics for Foudy. Same with Fawcett and Hamm. 2 of those World Cups they won. 2 of the Olympics they won. Valderrama. Chastain had the better angle. Valderrama had the edge in speed, but Chastain, the veteran, played it well. Up the wing it goes. That's Lily from Wilton, Connecticut. Soon she'll be at 300 caps. No one will ever approach that figure. I think that's a safe bet. Foudy plays back. Markgraf wide open on the right side. That's Rampone, a converted striker. That's where she played it in Monmouth. And now this goes out of play. It will belong to the United States. Laid off on the right, USA holding. Up 4-0. Mexico getting it back. Gomez. Intercepted there, USA. To Hamm on the cut. Mia looking, end line cross. Knocked down by Tahana. There's a rebound. Mexico's able to clear. That cross by Hamm almost results in a goal. Chastain slipping as she played that forward. Lily on the turn, getting in deep. Went near post and it's intercepted there, caught by Tahana. Lisa Salter standing by with appearance of Mia Hamm. Lisa.
Mr. and Mrs. Hamm, I know this has got to be a special night for both of you. I mean, what are you feeling knowing that this extraordinary career is coming to an end?
Well, it's sad, and yet I'm happy that she's able to do what she wants and that others can step up to the plate. You've got some great talent on this team, and I know they'll do very, very well.
When you bought her those first pair of little soccer shoes, did you know that it was going to end in all this?
No, we got her soccer shoes because she wanted to play soccer, and we felt, gee, what a cheap sport, not realizing how, compared to some like tennis and golf. But we didn't realize that it was going to develop like it did. And we're thankful that we just let her go her own direction, and she chose to stay in soccer.
Mrs. Hamm, you were telling me that Mia had some problems with her legs as a child and actually had to wear leg braces. Has it shocked you that she's been able to do everything she's been able to do as an athlete?
Yeah, I'm really happy that it didn't hinder her. She had good care, but it hasn't seemed to have bothered her.
And what about the Garcia Parra jersey? Did you know about that she was going to come out the second half wearing it?
No, did not. I think it's great. I think he deserves that. He's been a wonderful force in her life, and this is wonderful.
And as parents, what do you want her to take away from this night?
We just want her to be happy with her decision, and I think she is. I was reading some of the interviews that she had on Tuesday, and she was saying, well, if I knew it's going to be this painful, maybe I wouldn't have decided to go this way, but we think that she's made the right decision, and we're happy that she's happy. That's all we can do.
All right, thanks a lot, and congratulations to both of you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lisa. Mia retiring at the top of her game, but her choice, and it's nice to see players going out when they want to, calling their own shot.
And you can just tell from the humility from her parents as well, and all that they provided an environment that encouraged her to participate in sports, and you can't say enough about her brother Garrett, who passed away, what he meant to her. My understanding was that he kind of was the one who, she would be this little girl who was dying to get into the pickup games with the boys in the neighborhood, and he would be the one who would pick her on his team, and so he provided kind of that first competitive environment for her to really excel in. And then with the national team, at such a young age of 15, all of a sudden she was in an environment that was as competitive as she was looking for. She wasn't finding that necessarily with the other girls that she was playing against. It was her demands competitively were huge, and all of a sudden she was in a competitive cauldron that worked for her. And believe it or not, she was only 15 when most of her teammates were in their early 20s.
Chastain holding onto the ball. Now it's Lily on the left, holding it. This portion of the match brought to you by Chevrolet as Mexico knocks it out. You are watching this one live as it's happening on ESPN Classic. Final game, the farewell match for Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy. It's also a final appearance for Joy Fawcett, injured, not playing tonight, as they say goodbye to their international careers in front of a nice crowd at the Home Depot Center. 4-0 lead. USA enjoying this one so far anyway. Wagner for Hamm, looking up. Mia cracks it. Stopped by Tahana. Mia plotting the service as she was set up. She and Foudy each had chances to score early in the game. Mia does have 2 assists in the first 2 goals scored by the United States. Valderrama. Now the USA have all their players up, and they have for the last few minutes warming up. So the subs will be coming.
I'm glad to see it, JP, because the rest of her teammates, not only deserve to play, but want to have a chance to say they played with her, played with all 3 of these players as well, up until the moment of retirement.
On the right side, this is Rampone. So many awards, so many presentations tonight, and at halftime, the jerseys worn by Foudy and Hamm from the first half, and a Joy Fawcett jersey going to the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame in Oneonta, New York. And that's when Mia switched jerseys and came out with the Garcia Parra #9 in the second half. Here's Chastain. A 4-0 USA lead over Mexico. Ham sneaks through. Ham looking up. Nice cut outside. The shot stopped in front. And cleared. Foudy. Second effort. Knocked forward. Lily lays it off. Wagner. Oh, what a shot. 5-0 US. Upstairs.
Is taking great advantage of the holes in this Mexican defense. They're not tracking players very well. U.S. has a ton of time. Ham's trying to get a goal herself. She steps off the edge of the field after that play so that she's not in an offsides position, and the ball continues to develop, ends up over here at Allie Wagner on the left side, and we call that roofing it. Again, Ham trying to get a goal herself, but doesn't quite happen. She steps off the field, so she's not in an offsides position.
She did all the work. The goal is scored by Wagner, her second of the game. This portion of the match brought to you by Gatorade. Allie Wagner with a couple of goals tonight. Christine Lilly gets the assist on the Wagner goal. 66th minute and the first goal of this second half. On that left side, Gomez. USA and Mexico have played some close games in the last four. Two of the games decided by one goal, one by two. But Mexico's got a younger team here today. And this is a game that the USA really wanted to win in the final game for Mia Hamm. And Julie Foudy in the field of the Joy Fawcett watching on the bench. Heather Mitts is the first sub off the bench for the United States, ready to come out onto the field. Again, we expect everybody will play in this farewell match. Warbus laid it off. U.S. getting it back. Wambach. A two-goal night for Abby. Looks up, leads it. Ham. Broken up on the tackle by Vergara. To Warbus. Looking, finding Padilla. Picked off by Rampone, who cuts it off. Now to Chastain. 2 goals for Wagner, 2 goals for Wambach, 1 for Box. A couple of assists for Mia Hamm tonight. USA ending this fan celebration tour on a high note. Foudy. Cutting. Laid off. Julie Foudy gets it back. Lays it off to Chastain. 69th minute for Lily on the left flank. Back for Brandi Chastain. Takes a look up. Chastain's pass blocked and down she goes. Appears to be hurting. Coming upfield is Valderrama. Chastain is still down as the USA looks to get it, and Christine Lilly will just touch it out. Chastain helped up by the captain, Julie Foudy, one more time. Brandi shrugging it off, but she's in some pain, but I think she was coming out anyway for Heather Mitts. Yes, she was. So Chastain is the first USA sub.
We hope that's not her foot bothering her that she has broken in the World Cup.
Heather Mitts will come on. Heather Mitts from Cincinnati, Ohio, and a great story in her own right. Heather Mitts did some studio work in the last Women's World Cup. Injuries prevented her from being on the squad. She comes back, makes the Olympic team. USA on the ball. So they made the 1 sub of the 6 that are allowed. Cindy Parlow, next sub up. Padilla, lead pass, Orvis. Going near post, and Scurry is right there. Scurry holds on, now lobs it ahead to Shannon Box. Left side, Lily. Holding. We expect to see everybody come in tonight for the United States except for the backup goalkeeper, who is Kristen Luckenbill. With only the 6 subs allowed, 18 on the squad. Ham broke it up. Played up to Warbis. Padilla. Tackled, but she'll get it back. Romero. 5-0 USA. 2 by Wagner, 2 by Wambach, 1 by Box. Vergara. Cutting it back. Push forward. Juarez, and that's broken up. Sandoval. Intercepted. Wagner, the quick look up for Wambach. Gonzalez with her, 1v1. Look at Wambach, just pushed her out of the way. In the hand. Mia looks, strikes it, but it's wide. This portion of the match brought to you by Bud Light. Downstairs we go. Lisa Salter standing by with Brandi Chastain. Lisa.
Brandi, fresh out of the game, what's the emotion level like out there on the pitch?
I think everybody's having a great time. You know, I think right now at this point we want to keep the ball and just move it and have a little bit of fun. You know, the game is, for us, has been about fun our whole career. So, you know, I think it's heightened in terms of how we feel for Julie and Joy and Mia. But it's no different in terms of how we feel as competitors. We want to win the game and we want to do it in a nice fashion.
Why was it so important for you guys to come out of here and take care of business tonight? For them?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think on behalf of Mia and Julie and Joy, they have given every single ounce of their soul to this team. And, you know, I think it would be only fitting and appropriate if we did the same thing in this last game for them.
All right, thanks a lot, Brandi.
Thank you very much.
And as that interview was going on, Mia Hamm taken down in a collision with a goalkeeper to Hunter. And this is the quietest this stadium has been.
Tell me she's okay. She's holding her left knee. You just don't want to see this happen in this kind of match. She's going into the box here at full speed, and the goalkeeper, Tanahar, comes out.
Is it the landing, maybe?
Well, it was her, I believe she was holding her left knee. Oh man, I think actually maybe she got Tanahar in the head because just knocked it. That's good news. I was afraid she twisted on the landing. But Tanahar was holding her head like she got knocked. There's Mia and, Nomar and his mom to his left. His father is right behind him.
Corner kick when all is said and done for the United States. 74th minute, up 5-0. Headed away by Mexico. On the far side, the U.S. brings it down. Wagner. And that goes out. It'll be a Mexico throw-in. Mia still trying to shake it off. Subs are up for both squads, with Angela Hucles getting ready to come on, and Mexico also has a sub up as well. Rebecca Mendoza, who will make her first international appearance. Monica Gonzalez is leaving. She heads out. The captain is replaced by Nancy Gutierrez, who is from Los Angeles. And she's got some instructions from Leo Claire. They'll be making a few switches out there. And she's relaying that information. Mexico will have the throw. Hucles is up meanwhile, as is Mendoza for Mexico. And now we're going to see more subs. So Rebecca Mendoza from El Paso, Texas, will come in for Rebecca Juarez. And then Angela Hucles will come in as well. Waiting for a number to be flashed up, and it's Allie Wagner. So Wagner's day will come to an end. Ironically, Wagner was traded for Hucles, and then the WUSA folded. Hucles was going to go from Boston to San Diego. Wagner was going to go cross country, and then the league folded. We should mention we spoke to Tanya Antonucci, the new CEO of the WUSA, earlier today, and the WUSA putting together a new business plan. They hope for a future relaunch, and we wish them very well. Coming up on the side is Gutierrez.
You bring up that trade situation. That was actually, we first talked about that last time USA and Mexico met back in September of '03 was when that happened. These two teams are playing each other, so kind of ironic there.
Scurry will put it back into play. This portion of the match is brought to you by Gatorade. USA in complete control of this one. 76th minute. Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy playing in their last game in a USA jersey. Joy Fawcett on the bench, injured. Her final appearance turned out to be that gold medal match, the win against Brazil in overtime. Ball looped over the top. Markgraf is back there to cover Warbis. Heather Mitts on the right. Pushing it forward, USA keeping possession. Reddick will hold. Markgraf, 77th minute. Mexico getting it back into the middle. Mendoza on that left side. Steal. Blocked by the United States. Near the halfway line. U.S. getting it back. Foudy's pass. Cindy Parlow lays that one back off on the right.
JP, we mentioned that Heather O'Reilly, Lindsay Tarpley were in finals at UNC. We should also mention that Cindy Parlow is as well. She's gone back to get her degree. She missed so many semesters with Olympics and World Cups and going into residency for those different events. As well, Catherine Reddick is in exams too, and she's finishing up this December. Parlow's got a couple more semesters to go, but again, they came in here after taking finals, and they've got to go right back and finish them off.
Markgraf's pass up the middle. Parlow on the turn. Blocked there. Cindy right back up. Strong on the ball. Lead pass looking for Mia Hamm. That's going to be too far, and Hunter is with it. Downstairs we go. Lisa Salter standing by with another great former USA captain, Carla Overbeck. Lisa.
Carla, you just got in. I think you missed the first 10 minutes of the first half. Why did you want to fly all the way from North Carolina to be here tonight?
Just because I played with these guys for 12, 13 years, and they mean a lot to me, and you know, I just want to see their final game.
And they don't even know you're here, do they?
I don't think so.
What's it going to mean to them to know that you're here?
You know, I don't know, but I can just speak for myself, and you know, we have a lot of, we've spent a lot of time together and have a lot of great memories, and you know, I just wanted to be here for their last hurrah.
A lot of people credit you and your leadership with this team's winning mentality. How have they carried on so far without you?
I think it's been easy for them. You know, Jules is a great leader. Mia, Christine, Joy, Brandy, they have so many great veterans on the team, and they're doing a great job now.
Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa. I'll tell you what, two great captains back to back. Overbeck and then Foudy. Who knows who the next leader is going to be? That's still to be determined. Heather O'Reilly is up now on the bench. She will be coming on as the next sub.
You know, JP, I think there's so many lessons for people to take out of these interviews. It's been great that Lisa's been able to talk to all of them. Carla, Tish, I'm going to come back to this one sec here. Both of them, you know, had so much humility in their answers, and that's one of the things that makes this group so special is they've never taken any of it for, you know, for granted, and have always worked for everything that they've gotten.
'80th minute, and Mia Hamm's night is almost done. Heather O'Reilly is up, and when she comes on, it will be for Mia Hamm. As soon as they can get the referee's attention, Mia Hamm will walk off for the final time in a USA uniform. That is more class shown right there. To go right to the Mexico bench, Mia Hamm. The game goes on. Mia still being applauded on the bench and greeting her coach and her teammates. 5-0 USA. O'Reilly is on the ball. I should mention that I had said before, everyone but the backup goalkeeper would play, but Luckenbill will play because I forgot about Joy Fawcett not able to play. So Luckenbill will come in for Scurry. More hugs on the sideline. If it didn't hit Mia before, it hit her when she came off the field.
Well, I think hearing the crowd, seeing all of her teammates taking the time to give her a big hug.
Mia. I know. I was pulling for you out there.
That was her trainer, Cody Malley, and I think they were talking about whether or not she was worried about being injured. And how fitting is it that her sub is Heather O'Reilly, the youth and the future of this front line.
Wambach, meanwhile, trying to lay it off, and that's broken up. Kristen Luckenbill has come in for Brianna Scurry. Mia Hamm still being congratulated on that USA bench. Some people are not watching the game now. They're just watching what's going on in that bench area. So 5 of the 6 subs have been made. Lindsay Tarpley is the other one that will be coming in soon. Ball played across, headed out by Padilla. Mexico made another change as well. Leslie Munoz came in. And this is her first international appearance, number 18. Sports of the match brought to you by Phillips. Gomez is to the right. Sending it forward. And you would imagine that Tarpley will be coming in for Julie Foudy. Ball pushed up. That's Munoz leading it. And that's put out by Markgraf. As soon as they can get the referee's attention, Kerry Seitz, will make the other change. Now it's Julie Foudy's turn to get a curtain call. She goes out the way she came in, with a smile. Mia seemed to be almost overcome with emotion when she came out. Julie Foudy laughing and smiling on the way out.
Well, like I said, I really think that Foudy is really ready for this moment. And like you said, JP, she's always got a smile on her face.
And Mia, Julie, and Joy, we will all miss you. Heather O'Reilly, part of the future, playing it back. That's deflected away by Mexico. A 5-0 USA lead. This has gone pretty much according to the way April Heinrichs would have wanted it to go. USA building up a lead, being in control, and being able to take Hamm and Foudy out of the game to get a final curtain call.
Hi guys! I feel like I'm at a wedding reception.
Wedding reception, I like it. Box. Good night for Shannon Box, playing it over on the left. Loaded up towards Parlow, giving it the chase. That one goes out. I think some people just realized Carla Overbeck's here.
She heard there was a bull at the after party.
She wanted to
She heard there was a bull at the after party.
It was supposed to be a surprise. I don't know how many people may have known, if anyone, but
It didn't look like Mia or Julie knew, so that's pretty awesome. you know, although Carla retired back in 2000, they've relied on her a lot. I know that she's a good friend of mine back in Chapel Hill, and she tells me that they continually call her for opinions, and you know, her leadership has continued as even after retirement. They call her and ask her for advice, what they should do.
Wambach settling it. Looking up there. O'Reilly plays it back. Box. Or Hughley's, I'm sorry, and that goes wide. Or Chevrolet, women of the match. How about two of them? Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy. Tonight's Chevrolet Women of the Match. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to the U.S. Soccer Foundation in their names. Very fitting on this farewell night. '87th minute. Mexico will make another sub. Warbis will come out, replaced by Lulu Gordillo, who also makes her debut. Hometown is Mexico City. Just a few more minutes to go. And Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy, just like Joy Fawcett, spectators now, watching some of their successors, the future of this team, finish it out. On the left side, Rampone. Intended for O'Reilly, that goes on a play. 88th minute. Mexico knotting it down. Gutierrez blocked by O'Reilly. Rampone has it blocked. O'Reilly tracking back for it. O'Reilly had that big goal against Germany in the semifinals that won it for the U.S. in the last Olympics. Tarpley moving in, it goes to O'Reilly. Here is O'Reilly, a sophomore at the University of North Carolina. Trying to go to Wambach, a bit too far for Abby. And Sandoval will clear it. Wambach getting it back, 89th minute. 2 goals on this night for Wambach, and Tahana made a nice play to catch that one. With Carlo flying in. Box breaks this up. Shannon Box will hold. Lays it off on the right. Heather Mitz with good speed on that flank. Looking for Parlo, that's broken up. Mexico losing possession there as the U.S. gets it again. Mitz's pass intercepted. Mitz gets it again. This time finds the open Parlo in the corner area. Her cross for Wambach, headed away by Sandoval in a bad spot right at the middle. But the U.S. could not capitalize. Look at that battle in the end. Angela Hughley's going hard after that. Mexico's going to make one more sub. Christine Nieva is up. If they have enough time to get her in. It's in the 90th minute. They want to bring out Valderrama. And Kerry Sykes will let that happen. So Valderrama leaves. Nieva comes on. Nieva is playing in her 3rd international, only 18 years of age. Mexico with a throw-in. Time running out here. 90th minute, this farewell match of Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy, and also the injured Joy Fawcett. We'll wish them luck in their future lives, which will not involve the USA national team, at least not as players.
I think it's very important for them to somehow stay involved in the game, and I'm sure that they will. It means too much for them to leave it.
Well, if Kerry Sykes blew the whistle, we didn't hear it, but apparently she did. This one's over. USA winning it 5-0 over Mexico. On a great night for Julie Foudy, Mia Hamm, and Joy Fawcett. Wendy, most definitely an emotional moment for all.
Well, and it again, you can't say enough about what these 3 players have done for this game. They've represented their country for over half their lives, and it's time for them to go on with their lives. Nobody's wanted this moment to happen because all of them are playing at the top of their game, but all three of them have done it with class. Joy, the Iron Woman, mother of three. Carla Overbeck here in attendance, along with some other people that they call family, to surprise them on this wonderful night. Mia coming out fully charged, emotional moment. Julie Foudy coming out just as she started, like you said, and we always see her with a smile on her face. No one ever could have scripted the opportunities that would come from the unbelievable work of these three remarkable women.
We will hear from these great players when we come back to the Home Depot Center in Carson, California. Say goodbye to that great trio. Julie Foudy and Joy Fawcett, and to do that, let's go downstairs. Lisa Salters is standing by.
I can't even really get a word in edgewise. These girls are having a great time. Julie, I'm going to start with you. You've been saying it hadn't really sunk in. It looked like it sunk in. You said you were a wreck out there.
I know. I had like all my emotions intact. I was feeling like, God, why am I not feeling this? I get in the tunnel. Bryce starts crying. I like lose it. And then I'm crying during the Mexican national anthem. Not even my own. I'm crying. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Get yourself together. So it hit me for sure, and it was a special night. It's been a wonderful pleasure to play with these guys for 17 years and the rest of this group. So and fitting to go out where I grew up. So it's been wonderful.
And Mia, I mean, what an emotional send-off for you when Heather came in for you. I mean, what were you thinking at that moment? I mean, you guys embraced there for a long time. What were you thinking? What were you saying to her?
She's the future. I mean, and just enjoy this. I mean, you know, this atmosphere, this team, how hard these guys played today is a testament to why we've stayed on for 18 years. I mean, and we just enjoy being around these people. They make us better. And, you know, tonight was very special to have family and friends and, you know, former teammates come back, former coaches, and we just want to thank everyone who's watched us along the way and who's made a difference in our lives. And it's always nice to come out on top.
One more question. You had Garcia Parra on the back of your jersey. When did that happen?
That happened before the game. Our general manager, Nils Krumens, walked up and said, you know, I know you've been wanting to do this for a while, and he just had a jersey for me. And it meant a lot to me because obviously the gift of Nomar in my life, and not only him, but his entire family and all his friends that are here tonight, he's just blessed me with so much joy. And I'm honored to wear that name on my back.
And